TGL, the unique indoor hybrid golf league concept co-owned by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, is set to debut on January 7th, 2025, and we have a primer for its inaugural season. I'm Ryan Ballingy with Golf News Net. Here are the preview and an explanation of how TGL works. TGL is a unique indoor hybrid golf concept co-founded by Woods and McIlroy, and it will debut on January 7th, 2025 on ESPN. All matches will be on ESPN or ESPN2, including the 15-event regular season and the playoffs that include a semifinal round for the top 4 teams out of 6 in the league and a best 2 out of 3 final series between the winners of those semifinal matches. There are 6 teams in the league. There are 4 PGA Tour superstars on each of those teams, which are affiliated with different cities or geographies, and each of those teams will play all 5 other teams in the regular season. So there'll be one match with each team in the regular season. All of these events, all these matches will be played at SoFi Center, which is a purpose-built facility on the campus of Palm Beach State College in Florida. The venue is 100 yards in length, and it has 1,500 seating capacity. It was originally meant to be completed for the 2024 debut of TGL. However, the roof structure became deflated and forced a reimagining of the concept and of the build, and forced a 1-year delay in the debut of the concept. All told, TGL takes place indoors, in SoFi Center. What makes it unique is that there are 2 portions of each set of gameplay. So, players begin each of the 15 holes played in the match, teeing off into a simulator screen that is 3,400 square feet in size. Perhaps one of the biggest screens you've ever seen, if not the biggest altogether. Players will hit their tee shots, second shots, and in some cases third shots using the simulator. They will hit off of natural surfaces, grass or sand, depending on where they are on the imagined golf course. All of the holes have been designed, and there are 30 altogether that can be used. They have been designed specifically for this concept, without the limitations of geography or reality. They can be designed to create unique challenges for these world-class players, and they have done so between designers like Jack Nicklaus Golf Design and Agustin Pisa, which have been unveiling concepts of holes in the lead up to the debut of TGL. There are 2 components of the gameplay. The simulator golf concept, 4 shots outside of 50 yards, and then once players get to 50 yards and in, they turn their attention to a unique build in SoFi Center. There is effectively a short game facility where players can hit their short game shots, their bunker shots, as well as their putts on a green that is built on a lift that can turn and rotate to the player's view so that they can have a better sense of the shot they're hitting in realistic terms as opposed to simulator terms. So they'll be able to hit those short game shots using a real life green that's effectively on hydraulics that can move the contours of the green to fit what's being played on the golf hole in question for any part of the round. It really is an incredible development, and it should wow golf fans. Each match has 2 components to it. They are 15 holes in length, and they're expected to take 2 hours of time. The first 9 holes of the match is alternate shot. What we think of as alternate shot typically when we watch the Ryder Cup or other events is 2 players on a team competing against 2 players on the other team. Player A tees off, player B hits the second shot, player A hits the third shot, and that continues in that lineup until the ball is holed. In TGL, it's different. It's A, B, and C players, so 3-person alternate shot in TGL. Player A tees off, player B hits the second shot, player C hits the third shot, and then if an additional shot is required, they go back to the start of the line with A, B, and C until the ball is holed. Play match play in this format for points, and the lowest combined score for each team wins that hole. The second half of the competition is individual match play, which is unique in that it's effectively 2 holes of match play for each player. A player from one team plays the A player of the other team. The B player from one team plays the B player of the other team. C player from one team plays the C player of the other team in single hole match play. So the A players from each side play the entire hole out. Team that wins that hole gets the point. Then they do the B player, then the C player, and then they run through it again with A, B, and C. At the end, the team with the most points at the end of the match wins the match, and they wind up moving up on the leaderboard or the ladder for the league. The 4 best teams at the end of those 15 regular season matches get to move on to the playoffs. There's a semifinal round to determine the finalists, and then they play in a best of 3 series to determine the TGL champion.